And it was when I moved to the United States as a young single woman going to study in the US as an immigrant that my identity really sort of shifted. It was quite a transformational point in my journey. It was quite pivotal. And my identity shifted from someone who basically was a majority, who saw herself as the center of the world, to being a minority, to being an immigrant, to being a foreigner. And with that came both positive and negative experiences. And it was only when I went through that shift in perspective and shift in identity did I realize the privileges that I had being part of a majority. So, this work, diversity, equity, and inclusion work, is really about being an outsider and how you integrate people and make them feel a sense of belonging while really, recognizing their uniqueness. And that's what this work is about. So I joined the Sanofi DE&I Advisory Board because I saw the commitment, I saw the passion, and I saw the opportunity for any change initiative, because that's what diversity, equity, and inclusion is. It's about culture change. It's about cultural transformation. You have to have a change narrative. And that change narrative means being clear about why an organization is launching on this. So it's both and, right? It's about social justice. It's about doing the right thing. We know that. But it also has to benefit the organization in some way. But the execution and the implementation really does have to happen locally. Make it local means basically, ensuring that you're working with insiders or inside change agents to disrupt the status quo and bring about the changes, address inequities. But it has to be done in partnership with those that know the culture, because they know the right entry points. They know how to disrupt the, whatever those inequities are to bring about the change. Yeah, I talked about my privilege, right? I didn't know it when I was part of that culture growing up in India. Someone from the outside can actually see, some of those dynamics. Those that are inside may not be able to raise some of these issues because of power dynamics internally. So I think, so bringing that outside perspective, bringing sort of best practices from a global perspective, and then helping to seed change internally in partnership with local change agents is very critical. I've been there, I've been in those trenches, I've done the work. I've sort of figured out what works and what doesn't work. So I'm extremely passionate about this space around healthcare disparities, because, this is a question of life and death. And I think if an organization like Sanofi, with the scope and the global footprint, can impact that, I think, it's tremendous. I think the lack of trust that some communities have around, pharma companies and healthcare in general, I think, Sanofi can really help to address that. Authenticity in this work is critical, because people can tell if you're just mouthing the words and not being authentic.